which even the most scholarly have no explanation. Take Caiaphas himself, chief priest in the temple, champion of all that is good and noble in things Jewish, openly critical of all which we Romans undertake. Within their elitist little mob, they spout platitudes of being spiritual. But the fact is, they're vultures, waiting to descend on one of their own, ready to pick his bones clean, without so much as a bat of their dark and sullen eyes. All of Jerusalem and half of the Jewish nation are here, begging for the sight of blood. No. This display is not the trial of an enemy. It is for the slaughter of one of their own. Jesus of Nazareth, self-styled prophet, sometimes carpenter, and self-proclaimed son of the Jewish God. Hilarious. But the fact is, Caiaphas was out for blood. It seems this Nazarene had really stirred a hornet's nest. On the one hand, all the Jewish leaders were choked up over a mere carpenter laying claim to divinity. And then there were many Jews who actually believed Jesus to be this Messiah. You know, it's unbelievable. But there it was. The Jews were furious over the fact that Herod Antipas, the fool, had gone and proclaimed himself as king of the Jews. Many of these Jews backed Jesus simply so that Herod wouldn't be king. So where does this leave me? Pilate. Between the Roman rock and a Hebrew hard place. What happened, you ask? Well, surely everyone has heard the news by now. It was early this morning when Jesus was arrested and brought to the palace. Here was this mob of Jewish mediocrity waiting in my courtyard. Mustn't enter the building of a Gentile now, must we? What had made these Jews unclean and prevented them from eating their precious Passover meal? Unbelievable. So I ventured outside and asked them, "What charges are you bringing against this man?" "He's a criminal," they shouted back. "Why are you bringing him to me? You have no problem killing one of your own, as long as it appears to be another man's hand grasping the knife." So I talked to this Jesus. "Are you king of the Jews?" I asked. And he replied, "Is that your own idea? Or have others told you about me?" Now he knew that I am not a Jew. "Look," I said, "your own people and your chief priest brought you here. What have you done?" At this point, Jesus went on something about kingdoms on earth and something about his kingdom being from another place. "You have called me king," he said, "and more. I was born into this world to tell about truth. Everyone who belongs to the truth knows my voice." In frustration, I questioned him, "What is truth?" I had to acknowledge, we do not find this man guilty of anything. The crowd rejected my offer to release Jesus as the Passover opportunity, preferring that I set free a despised terrorist Barabbas. So, I publicly washed my hands of this situation. Even now, we still do. Washing should make one feel cleansed. I do not feel cleansed.
You know, Pontius Pilate is a real historical figure. And he's probably the guy as we come into our Easter season. You know, everybody knows Jesus. When you read the Apostles' Creed, he suffered under Pontius Pilate. Pilate is one of those guys that stands